All right, gang, fire away. Doing great. How are you?
Thank you. Ruben Frank, NBC Sports, Philadelphia.
I like it, Ruben. Yes, good seeing you.
When you look back at that 99 team, I think there were 10 future head coaches either playing or on your staff. Did you have any sense that early what you had as far as potential coaching talent?
Well, I thought I did. You never know, though, until I guess it happens, right? But I felt like we had a good, solid staff, yeah, for sure. And then things worked out for them. So.
Hey, good morning, Coach. Over here on your left. Practice today, are you anticipating the whole team going?
Yes. That's my right, though. Just know that. Doggone it, Herbie. I got, you know.
Hey, Coach, could I just ask, sorry, Danny.
Right here, Coach. Okay.
Could I ask you about your defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, why he's been able to be so successful for so long, and what is about him and his defense, why he's so successful in the playoffs in particular, to come alive in the postseason?
Yeah, Steve's very creative, smart, real tribute to Springfield College, right? So he's been in the league, and he's had a good tutor in Jim Johnson when he was young, and so he's been able to build off of that scheme, and been very innovative with it. Yeah.
Coach, good morning. Federico Olvera from Damebola, Mexico City. Coach, how do you manage to be so successful the last years despite having different players? And what is the recipe, Coach? And the other question is, who has been your main mentor in your career?
Yeah. I tell you, I've been fortunate to have good coaches, a little bit what Ruben asked, assistant coaches that work their tail off, and then good players. And normally if you have good coaches and good players, that's a good combination for success. Mentors, I've had a bunch of them. I was lucky to have great high school coaches, and then all the way up through college. I had great coaches there too, but Lavelle Edwards, Hall of Fame college coach, Mike Holmgren, future Hall of Fame coach at this level. John Madden kind of took me under his wing, and Bill Parcells influenced me. So these are great coaches that have had an influence there. Dick Vermeil, who just went in the Hall of Fame, another one. Yeah.
Coach Reid, Brandon Marshall here to your left.
All right, Brandon.
Need a wide receiver, or are you good?
You just come with me afterwards. I'll find something.
Okay. So I'm gonna act like this mic is working for branding purposes, but it doesn't work. Really quick, the top 3 rappers alive. Put this up.
Well,
Coach.
Do the Fat Boys count as one rapper?
No.
Huh? All right. Jay-Z. Shoot, I don't know. I'm missing Master P. Yeah, I'm giving you all the old ones, but yeah, I'll take it. Lil Wayne. Wasn't he just at our place? Who was just at our place? Oh, that was You got to give me an easier question than that, doggone. Huh? All right. Appreciate you. All right. Where you at? I got a lot of hands. Just.
Harrison Graham from Chat Sports. Coach, I want to hit you with a hard-hitting question as well. What does the perfect Andy Reid cheeseburger look like?
Yeah, you know, I answered that about 50 times the other night. I almost forgot I was a coach. But, yeah, just it's got to have a good bun. Let's start there, right? And then fresh meat. And then you put anything else on it other than mustard, you're good. I'll eat it.
I feel like I'm going to ruin this here, Coach.
No, you're all right.
I'm going to swing this back to football, but I feel like I have to pepper it in. How do you take your coffee? We'll start there. How do you take your coffee?
You know, I don't drink coffee, but I'm not a coffee drinker, so I don't drink it.
What do you drink in the morning then to start your day?
I just get up and go. I got endless energy for a chubby guy.
All right, my real question then. You guys are going to go through more of a full speed type practice today. What do you need to see from your quarterback to make you feel comfortable in this game plan that you guys have already installed?
Yeah, so he's been doing really well with his ankle. And we had a fast practice a couple days ago, and he moved well. He can really do just about everything, so at least everything in the game plan that we've asked him to do. So I think he'll be fine today. Yep.
Jose Villalba from Multimedios and Milenio in Mexico.
Yes.
First of all, I agree with you. Let's mustard better. I think.
Yeah,
I
thank
agree
you.
with that
Good.
part. And second of all, your partnership with Patrick Mahomes. What has been the key working with him? And you have a lot of success with a lot of quarterbacks throughout. What has been the key with Patrick Mahomes and the leadership? It seems like you guys, even being here with the media, a certain presence to be able to, the big stage. How has that been key for both of you guys?
Yeah, so Patrick is he's easy to be around. He wants to be the best. He strives for that every day. Every rep that he has in practice, he tries to do it the best he possibly can. From a coach's standpoint, that's all you can ask. He handles himself right in the off season. It's very tough in the National Football League for guys to handle the front office, the coaches, and the players, and not have one jealous of the other. And he does that well. So he's very respectful, professional. Grew up in a locker room because of his father, giving him that opportunity to jump in there when he was playing Major League Baseball. So he understands the dynamic of things and how things work, and he understands people. So he does very good with that. Yeah, you bet.
Coach, Andrew Wiley is your only returning starter from the last Super Bowl appearance. And he was stepping in for the injuries to play that position. What's it to say about Andrew with all of the turnover on that line that he's solidified and won that position outright?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, Niang was kind of the young kid that was coming up through, got hurt. Andrew, first of all, stuck around with us when he had opportunities to potentially go somewhere else, stayed with us, and it worked out great for him, where he's back in that starting role. He's done a nice job for us this season. He's really a tough kid. Not everything's pretty, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, he's going to fight you, and that's important, and he does well with that.
Hi, good morning, Coach Reid.
Morning.
Ever since Patrick Mahomes arrived to the Kansas City Chiefs, you've done better each year, and every time, well, 4 years, 3 times in 4 years, you've reached the Super Bowl. Can you call yourself a dynasty?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not really into all that. I'll let you guys deal with that. You know, it's important in our world that as coaches and players that you try to get better every day, and that you're only as good as your last game, and so, or the next game, I should say, and so we're striving to focus in on this thing, trying not to look at all that stuff. That's good when you retire. You can kind of go, hey, you know, they said we were a dynasty. Well, so, but right now, you don't let that get in here. You know, you stay away from that. Good question, though.
Hey, Coach, over to your left.
Gotcha.
As somebody who's so well versed in the quarterback position, how impressed have you been with the quick rise of Jalen Hurts, and do you see any similarities between how Patrick ascended rather quickly in the league?
Yeah, Jalen. First of all, Jalen's a good kid, and so he's fit in very well with that team. He's one of the leaders on that team, if not the main leader. He and his play has proven out to be very, very good. So, and he'll do nothing but get better with time. I mean, that's just how it works at that position. But he looks like he's in complete control of that offense, and it's a real tribute to the kid. Yeah.
Coach, right here in the front, Aaron Lett.
Yep.
You've talked for a while about blocking out distractions. What's the toughest part about this week for coaches and for players, in your opinion?
Yeah, well, it takes you out of your normal routine. You try to keep it as close to that as possible, but you've got media obligations like this that you've got to do, and a couple other things that they throw in there. But for the most part, we try to keep the practices relatively the same and on schedule. So, but I'd probably tell you just the magnitude of the media and a few of the other things that you're asked to do, promotional things.
Coach, we're going to stay over here, first row. Coach, I know you brought in Juju this offseason as you guys were trying to replenish the wide receiver room. What did you make of his season, and how willing would you be to work with him maybe to keep him here long-term past this year?
Yeah, Juju, first of all, is a good kid. He's a lot of fun to be around and loves to play the game. He's a great balancer for Kels. So you like to have somebody with a common components that plays opposite Travis, and Juju has that. He knows how to play in space. He's a big target. He's tough to tackle once he has the ball in his hands. He has great hands, and he's smart. He knows, he understands the game.
Over here.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You've already talked a little bit throughout the season about the contributions that Matt Nagy's provided, but can you kind of summarize, as the season's coming to a close, what he's been able to do, why you decided to bring him back, and what the impact of having him has been on your offense?
Yeah, listen, I think Matt's a great coach. I think he knows people, handles people well. He's a good teacher. The players respond to the way he to his approach to coaching, and he had a relationship with Pat Mahomes, and so it was a natural fit for him to come back here. It was just a matter if he wanted to sit out a year or get right back into it as an assistant coach, and so he did. He wanted to jump back in and go, and we're sure glad to get him. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Coach, I know you're focused on football, but when you look at yourself, how have you changed from your first Super Bowl? How have you changed as a person? How have you changed as a coach in your approach to your job?
Yeah. I don't think I've changed much that way. I've lost a little more hair and not weight, but it's about the same picture that I did for the first Super Bowl. It's very similar to when I was in Green Bay and under Mike Holmgren, kind of the same format, and it was the same for him when he was under Bill Walsh at San Francisco. So, that part's fairly consistent, I think, if you look through the years.
Good morning,
Gotcha.
Coach Reid. Evan Walker, WXCI 91.7 FM.
All right,
I just wanted to ask you, when it comes to defensive game planning against Jalen Hurts, do you think it'd be worth it to put a spy on him or just have that linebacker drop back into coverage?
Well, you got to keep an eye on him for sure. He is a great runner, but he also can throw the ball well. So, but you better keep an eye on him somewhere there, whatever approach we take.
Coach, I'm from Germany. What does this, you've been to several Super Bowls, what does this one mean to you? And obviously every Super Bowl is special, brings special challenges. What's the biggest challenge this time?
Yeah, so it is special. I think the older you get, the more you appreciate them. And then the challenge is the Philadelphia Eagles. So they've got a good football team, and we're in that preparation part of that, and we want to make sure that as coaches we give the players everything they need to be successful, and physically, mentally alike, and so that's the process we're in now. We got a couple more days to get that done, and then we cut everybody loose and we go play and let the chips fall where they may. And we look forward to playing in Germany this next year. We're very excited about that. So.
We're going to go three more. We're going to go here in the middle of the room and finish up front.
This will repeat in English. Buenos días, Coach Andy. Mi nombre es Mayra Gómez. Venimos de la Ciudad de México con máximo avance. Antes que todo, lo queremos felicitar por su gran carrera hasta el momento y felicitarlo por estar nuevamente en el Super Bowl. Good morning, Coach Andy. My name is Mayra Gómez. We are Máximo Avance from Mexico City. First of all, we'd like to congratulate you on your career thus far and for being back in the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
Ayer estuvimos platicando con Michael Vick y nos comentó que una de las cosas para sobresalir mientras tienes un quarterback movible es precisamente el entrenador en jefe. Michael Vick told us yesterday that one of the great things that in order for a mobile quarterback to be successful is to have the right head coach. And so he mentioned you and said that it was great for you that you had embraced Patrick Mahomes the way you had when you discovered his style. When did you discover his style? When did you know the kind of quarterback you had? And when that happened, what were your thoughts as far as your playbook? Was that a challenge? Did it maximize your playbook? And my second question, mi segunda pregunta como mexicana, es, ¿te encanta la carne asada? O por lo menos es lo que nos ha dicho, que te gusta la comida mexicana. ¿Cuál es tu plato favorito? What is your favorite Mexican dish, as we've been told you love Mexican food?
Yeah, there's not a lot of food I don't like, but yeah, that's Michael Vick's right. I like quarterbacks that are mobile. That's been part of this offense for a long time. Joe Montana, Steve Young, they were mobile quarterbacks. Then Donovan McNabb came in, and he was a mobile quarterback, and it just kind of has fallen right in line with that. Brett Favre, who's not the fastest guy in the world, very similar to Patrick, not the fastest guy in the world, but still had a lot of yards running the ball when needed. The important thing to add to that, and all those guys had this, was their ability to keep their eyes down the field. And so if there was an available throw that they could get the ball out to the receivers in that time. So, and then thus didn't take as many hits running the ball as you might think of with a running, with a quarterback that's running the option or something of that sort. So, but I didn't have to change the playbook much at all. It's all kind of built in there. As far as Mexican food, if you guys have not had a chili relleno burrito, you need to try one.
All right. Sorry, we got to cut it, guys. Thank you.
All right.